After he wants to keep running, the side will put him down, but it only takes the Aegis the Immortal. VP.
Naku, lakad mo
Normally, absolutely a god.
And oh,
Yeah.
this is why I keep calling you the Empress of the casting scene. She knows what's up. This is why you gotta hire and listen to Kips. Reading the Ursa pick at the very end.
Yep, and this snake is going to continue giving him trouble here, especially as his support stays away for now.
Speaking of that support, they're top lane. Throwing out a power shot with the shackle out onto this Weaver, and Weaver will die. My goodness, HFN gets it with the Earthshock a second before the Wind Ranger dies. They almost lost out on the first blood. Yeah, I'm very happy that he's going to be going for the Xiangling Spirit Vessel. As we see top, quick jump onto this Hoodwink. And will this be a kill? Not just yet. Double damage went on the Wind Ranger, but not able to get a kill just yet. And now heroes are streaming in to find some revenge. They managed to get the one, but Tavo also pointing to the side of the map. They really want to try and get a kill onto RoboZ. The bear has used the Brewmaster split, and he's using it very, very well on Draken to ensure that they cannot chase down RoboZ. Both Tavo and HFN will feel their time's been wasted. Sunstrike doesn't connect onto the Hoodwink, but unfortunately Yadomi still chasing RoboZ. Fairy Fire keeps him alive for now. The second degree of Rocket Barrage, more than enough damage to finally get the kill.
Balrogs putting their wards in, you can really constrict the map, and you already have an Ursa sitting in their jungle.
Master has split available, has all his mana burned away, does still have a soul ring and a magic wand, so this shouldn't be a problem. At the same time, Sexy Yogo is caught out with a shackle shot. That's going to lead to the death of the Hoodwink, but that buys time for Draken to get off his ultimate as well. They're looking for revenge. Wind Ranger might be the first one that they find it on. Torrented up into the air. Do they have the damage for the kill? Indeed they do, but they might not be able to escape out of this easily. It's Tavo here with the Ravage available. A homing missile also chasing Draken down. Worst case scenario for the Brewmaster.
There's a bear.
And there's the HFN. Ursa easily able to close down this bear. See how quickly Balrogs Esports make their way towards the Roshan pit as Wolf team insistent on taking this early. Ursa always wants the first one. Torrent dropped in. Do see a tornado now coming in onto Dusa with an EMP and a Ravage as well. They have the damage. Burner is losing everything in the blink of an eye. The Medusa's lost. Everybody else needs to run. Draken, you just respawned, my friend, but you still have to go right back to the fountain if they get the extra kill. But check out RoboZ. Torrent, both crashing down onto a 3 hero. 2 of them fall in an instant. HFN also not the healthiest target right now. Does have a range in a moment. Will he use it? Yes, he does. Turning it back onto RoboZ. Will they have the damage necessary to bring down the Kunkka? You bet they do. Weaver trying to find some revenge quickly. Drop down the Swarm Bug. But there's too much damage here from the side of Wolf team. They got the kill onto Ursa. Does require the life of the Weaver.
Properly wanting to do anything.
I also want to do something here in the mid lane.
And I'm saying that it is
beautiful shackle shot out onto this Hoodwink. Not enough damage to kill just yet though. Although the Spirit Vessel will help out. Drag back with the boat will kill the Wind Ranger. Hoodwink finally does take a tumble as Tavo broken for a moment. Getting chased down with the damage, and here comes HFN getting into the fight. Still hasn't used BKB. Doesn't even need it. They just tear the pirate apart. And then nothing you can do about that one. Tidehunter laughing in the Kunkka's face. The rivalry stays strong.
They're up as well, plus the extra damage for Sedusa. It's all good. So that would be my guess. Wait, is that the full Aghanims for?
Yeah, baby.
Who just bought an Aghanims right now?
Our boy Draken. So Brewmaster is ready with the annoying plays. Oh, also see what's gonna annoy RoboZ. Gets caught and pincered. Does have the access to the BKB. Will be forced to use it, dropping a boat to escape as well. In the meantime, Draken was able to take down this Wind Ranger. And with BKB used by RoboZ, where do they go with the rest of this fight? Draken getting involved, wanting to chase down Yadomi as HFN looking towards the Dusa. They force out the Stone Gaze. Gonna get stoned up on the Ursa, but with the Ravage, they still stalled her up. And there's gonna be a tornado as well. They really want to chase her down, but RoboZ with a magnificent torrent. It's still not enough just yet though. Can they get the cancel on the TP? No, they can't. Definitely queue up the basher now, my friend. As they had lost 2, Yadomi died at the very far edge of the fight. And Balrogs Esports somehow, some way get out of this situation. Coming in from 40R. Doesn't scout anybody out as they've already repositioned from the area, but now there's going to be a call down from Yadomi, but he's also dragged back into the Medusa's face. More than enough damage to get the kill, and the bushwhack out onto HFN, but the Blink Ravage with Cataclysm following up. Two heroes melt in the blink of an eye. Gale Force pushing back the Dusa. She's trying to escape with the Stone Gaze. She's going to be held up for such a long time. The BKB from RoboZ also required here. Draken brought back instantly, comes back in with the Aghanim Scepter ultimate, with the beautiful tidal wave from RoboZ allowing them to kill Wind Ranger. HFN has to pop BKB and flee. 40R though doesn't have such luck. No magic immunity for you, so that's just going to be a straight up death for the Invoker. Will they be able to get Tabo out of trouble? It does blink out magnificently. King R trying to get away right now with this Wind Ranger. Draken goes in for the secondary split. Will they chase down Tabo? They're dragging him back with the X marks the spot. Kraken Shell takes off a lot of damage. Hood of Defiance is making them really work for this one, but eventually their work will be successful and they find the kill. Wind Ranger did her best, blinked in with a blink shackle shot just to open up a little bit of space, but unfortunately just not enough to get this Roche. There's no Ravage, there's no Cataclysm, there's no BKB on the Ursa. It's theirs for the taking. The only question is, how easy will Wolf Team make it for them to go in for the big man? Gale Force from Wolf Team pushing back onto these heroes around the pit, not allowing them to get in. Draken trying to run forward, and we have a very big sharpshooter hit onto Yadomi. Not dead just yet though, as HFN able to crash down onto the Hoodwink, but the Aegis will be taken by the Medusa. Draken tanks one for the team. Very happy to give up his life in that situation. The same is going to be true of this Weaver as well. Unfortunately, no way to survive that situation. Right now, sitting with this Aegis, so a lot more confident with the 90 seconds of a double life. HFN, though, finds a target that doesn't have a double life. RoboZ forced to pop BKB. And there's going to be Blink Ravage coming in from Tabo, but the Aeon Disc keeps Draken alive. They don't have the ultimate just yet, but thus far, they still don't need it. The Medusa pop Stone Gaze on the other side of the fight while they're trying to chase down RoboZ. HFN and 40R on this side of the fight, and they won't be able to get the kill thanks to the time lapse, but RoboZ finally will get low. No, he's still alive. Medusa shows up with the right clicks in every direction. They've taken out 40R. They do now lose RoboZ, but at what cost? What do they get away with here, Wolf Team? Okay, they TV out on their heroes. Nobody else is getting caught just yet. Tabo, though, might not be so lucky. Often has been the sacrificial lamb here for his team. They don't have a way to catch him though. Beautiful blink away from the Tidehunter. Wave. Is it just too difficult at this point for them?
I think they're gonna look for an opportunity to, I don't want to say sniper Roche, but get it most of the way done while Balrogs is otherwise occupied. Alternatively, of course, you can go straight for Burner and test out how much damage you have right now.
Okay,
this is quite significant.
That this bear is helping to win, but oh, Weaver, beautiful catch there with the Aghanim Scepter to put the Medusa back on full HP, and now HFN definitely doesn't have that same kind of luxury on his team. Will end up losing his life without buyback. Tabo in danger as well, tossed up into the air with the torrent. The break will come out from the sharpshooter hit as well. That enables them to get the quick kill. Ty does have buyback, does still have Ravage. Only buyback so far has come from Yadomi on this gyrocopter. The right clicks are coming. Shackle shot just to buy time, to waste time. And they use Gale Force back in with the Ravage. Cataclysm, Sunstrike. Barely enough damage though. It's kind of tickling the Medusa right now. And there she goes again, getting time lapse back by this Weaver. This is why this combination is so strong. Draken now activates the ultimate. They want to chase down Tabo, who's been dragged back by the X marks the spot. Bushwhack gets Kraken Shell through, but you can't Kraken Shell off. Right click damage, my friend. We'll end up taking a tumble.
No.
The Tidebringer Cleave is going to be good enough. And now, without two of their beefiest heroes and Yadomi about to die back here, it feels like this game is really in a death knell for the side of the Wolf Team. They're going for his 40R as well. Drag back into the boat. BKB activated by RoboZ. The Gale Force not going to really do anything because they have more than enough damage. With Medusa outside of the Gale Force area, she gets the kill. They brought down 4. And Kips, is there any hope right now for the Wolf Team to come back into this game?
Down with the Ursa that now they weren't ready for the tempo shift when the Aghanims over on the Weaver came out. And they're gonna try again, straight for her face. It's not gonna work.
Yep. She has BKB. She didn't have to use it the second go, but now she does again. Stone Gaze out onto the Dusa. Dusa ends up falling, or Ursa ends up falling rather. And they're just cleaning up everybody else who comes forward. You want the smoke? I guess you can have it. Burner, burner. with all the right-click damage in the world, they force out the GG, Balrog Esports. So Sven in the situation, very beefy, very difficult to kill. And it's gonna be SF. Oh, is this safe lane SF or is safe lane Invoker? Safe lane SF, okay.
Safe lane SF.
What do you make of this, Kips?
Well, the big change in it is in EXP, and SF is very reliant on EXP. Oh.
Sexy.
There
Somehow
he goes.
Finds the kill on the other side of the map onto this Nyx Assassin. That is quite well done to be able to pick that one up. Shame. It's always really funny when you see these players.
Anyway, we were talking about this SF, but he's getting gone on again on bottom, and this is one of the reasons why I don't like safe lane SF. If you're with 2 people, you can stick on top of him. Look at this, level 3. Double kill.
You literally mentioned the exact level when this was going to happen, and indeed it pans out as you said.
And this is his rotation into the jungle. He's got everything out of the lane that he really wanted. He's got the Morbid Mask, he's got the power treads. He's ready to start taking some jungle stacks. As Splat goes the bug.
Bye. Bye-bye.
And then on bot lane,
Well,
HFN.
Dive. Okay, HFN having to fight against the first usage of the Bruce Split in this game. Draken is all alone though, so he doesn't have the capability of actually getting this kill. The Bruce Split will end. He tossed out the Cyclone first onto SF before it ended, so he couldn't get chased down by HFN. 4DR is making this movement, making this rotation, but as he comes bottom, regrettably, he sees so many enemy heroes that he's like, well, I actually can't get this kill. And instead, RoboZ might be able to help his team get a turnaround here. Draken, they bring down this Ogre. With RoboZ also being present, they might decide to put a little bit more pressure onto the tower itself. Are we gonna have double Midas here if Invoker goes for the same thing? We'll see. As they're smoked up, trying to get the wrap around. They come into Sexy first and foremost. The Silencer might die again. They really want Draken, but oh, they don't get off any kills onto him or any stuns before he gets off his ultimate, and instead he wants to turn his attention towards 4DR. They bring down the Invoker. The Global Silence brought them so much time, and now here comes the boat because RoboZ is also involved. Crashes onto Tabo. They should have that kill. No, they don't. Draken, the Bruce Split ends at the very last second, but they're still in with the Weaver, able to get out the right clicks. King RD get off a beautiful impale, but it will not be enough to keep him alive. Gets chased through by the Sakuchi. Gonna be a big kill, and now the drag back. X marks the spot. Torrent, Yadomi in a lot of danger here, and I don't think he has any way out of this situation. Not enough damage to force them away. Not enough survivability to keep the fight going, and he loses his life. Takes a tumble. 3 heroes fall. 4DR in the gang
To fights if he would really want to. The real problem is right now that they don't have jump. They can't force out any of the big ults from Balrogs.
Oh, what a global! Ooh. What a global! It keeps Burner alive. They made a long smoke move from the Wolf team, and they almost got the kill onto Sven. Now, though, they have to fight and try and save 4DR. Doom did go out onto Sexy, but he's already done his job. Already used the Global Silence. 4DR gets caught out. They bring him down with the Thunderclap, and now Stormhammer connected onto King RD. Beautiful 2-hero impale. Still dragged back by the X marks the spot, however. But with Sven being as low as he is, they decide that they actually don't want to keep fighting. Except for Draken, though, who activates the ultimate. They really want to try and chase down HFN. This SF trying to wind up the ultimate. The Requiem goes, and it will bring down the Weaver, but it might come at the cost of his own life. RoboZ takes him down with the Tidebringer cleave. He will die, though, through the Death Requiem, and Tabo finds himself losing his life to Burner and Draken. Unfortunately, without access to the Doom or the SF, they're just not afraid to just run him down. And he ends up losing his life. Pretty bloodlust on him. They're inside the Roshan pit, right-clicking him down. The big man, not long for this world. Balrog Esports, though, they're coming in. They want to try and stop this. Not much HP on Roche, 700. Will they find a fight? They go first onto this Ogre. Beautiful tornado from 40R. There's the Global Silence, but HFN's taking the Aegis. Yadomi will die as HFN pops BKB, tries to go for the Requiem, doesn't even bother. Kunka gets himself doomed up. It's already thrown out the boat, though, and 40R just getting right-clicked down by Burner. HFN, his BKB is over. It's finished, so this damage is gonna be too much for him to deal with. Tavo doesn't have Doom anymore, so they don't really fear him. They're looking for HFN. Without protection, they have enough damage to bring the SF down. The Death Requiem will be significant, though. It allows them to bring down the Sven as well on the other side. Tavo, does he escape? RoboZ doesn't want to try for the X just yet. Will be able to leash it out with the Torrent. They have enough damage to find that kill. And Yadomi, he bought back, can't afford to do so. Again, a dieback would be very, very disastrous right now. Trying to escape, trying to run, slowed down by these silencer spells and brought down by Draken. It only uses it after the time lapse has been committed.
Very possible, because there's an Aeon disc over on Draken as well.
Oh, Tavo! Beautiful! Stop coming in with the Blink Dagger, but there's gonna be the global silence, but they've gotten the Doom out already onto RoboZ. Nonetheless, they lose Yaromi. RoboZ gets taken out. Burner with his BKB trying to chase down HFN. The Deafening Blast makes it impossible, but the Brewmaster Brewlings go up onto the high ground and prevent the SF from using the ultimate. However, they're starting to realize on Balrogs that it's a difficult place to be. Draken goes in, second usage of these Brewlings. Who will he be able to find and isolate? They toss up this Invoker into midair. Still though, Balrogs with Burner on the outskirts of the fight. They really don't want to go back in unless he's the one dishing out the necessary damage. And he finds it difficult to get the good angle and will rather decide to let this fight go. Does get a nice reward here. This will enable his team to secure the tier 2 tower down bottom, but look at all the sentries that are popped down. Most of them are green, not red. And now, oh, Burner. Might have to BKB to get out of here because Tavo is coming in. They get the time lapse back. Okay, Burner, BKB active, goes back onto 40R. Do they get this kill? Yes, they do. The Invoker is defenseless. Tavo on the high ground with his own BKB, but it's about to expire. Needs to worry about being dragged back with the X. It will let him go for now as RoboZ is going to focus instead on King RD. They get that kill. Now, Tavo is still running away. Forced away from the fight by Burner. Burner cannot get chased out in time. Magnificently done by Balrog Esports. It looked like they were making a misplay, a mispositioning with the Sven. Instead, he's relying on the Weaver with the time lapse. Very, very low, but not low enough that they feel comfortable on the side of Wolf Team. What a jump! They find the Brewmaster! What a doom to catch there. Tavo, can they get this kill? Aeon just gets popped to keep him alive, but Tavo, he's the one that has to run away right now. Loses his life at the end of the day. Buyback will be in from the Silencer. So Silencer did pop the global before going down in that situation. And everybody used their BKBs, so no BKBs anymore for the side of Wolf Team. So Burner, happy to go into the pit. They pop the Brew Split as well to zone them out on the backside. But beautiful Impale coming in from King RD. Will they be able to kill this Weaver? Not just yet. Burner though picked up the Aegis. Has gotten what they're here for. Draken will be left behind just to be as much of a nuisance as possible, but not necessary to try and get any of these kills. Might end up dying though. A little bit unfortunate in this situation. So himself, RoboZ, as well as Zisa, happy to die here, but they do give their Aegis to Burner with the Aghanim shot as well from the Roshan.
It's just that none of it on its own would be enough to kill him. Tavo looking for another jump.
Gets the jump onto RoboZ with the Doom out as well. This Kunkka's in danger. The Kunkka is gone. Does have buyback though if needed. HFN, BKB just came back off cooldown, so he's going to have a lot of protection on this high ground siege, but all he wants is the racks. And he does pick up the melee racks. And Balrogs Esports, they have such a difficult time finding this jump here. They can't do what Tavo just did to them in the opposite direction. At least not anymore. That phase of the game is long since over. And Wolf Team very happily claim the lane of racks in that situation. Do it clean as well.
Yep, and his fire shield from the Ogre is making them extra annoying. Like, what's the damage to the Balrogs? Oh, another jump from Tavo!
They get the Doom out onto this Brewmaster. No split gonna be available. Burner jumping in though on the backside of the fight. Needs to be careful. He's already out of the duration of his BKB. Tavo though getting dragged back into a bad place. They might be able to kill this Doom, but they really are struggling with the damage. They finally managed to bring him down. At the same time, Brewmaster split comes out. They've tossed up the Seraphine, and remember, SF still 10 seconds away from BKB, but does have access to Satanic. Will stand his ground, deliver some damage, regen up, time lapse back onto the Sven. Draken, oh what a torrent! That torrent might set up for a kill onto HFN, but unfortunately, there is gonna be a Requiem first. They get the damage out after the Sunstrike as well, and Burner will die. He buys back instantly though, wants to go back into the fray. HFN back with the BKB, will expire in a moment. Trying to run out right now. The Weaver on the outskirts of the fight will get taken out as soon as they drop down this young ward. And at the same time, RoboZ finds himself having gone too far forward. He'll buy back as well. Everybody was buyback fighting. They want to get back into this fray. Will they catch anybody? RoboZ desperate to find the X. They want something. HFN gets himself Alacrity. Look at the turnaround. Look at the right clicks. Time lapse will still be good. X Torrent will be there. Burner without BKB. Doesn't want to jump back in, but he does have it now. We've got BKB on Sven. Will they do this? Will they try to make it happen? No, not yet, because Tavo jumps in first. There comes the global silence, though. He will not be able to follow up with his own spells. Trying to chase down Robo Z with the Scorched Earth, won't be able to do so as Burner zones back the rest of the team. They turn back to Tavo, right-click him back. There's going to be a dieback on the Doom. And Balrogs, okay, starting to turn, as also Draken isolates 4DR. They will have the Hurl Boulder in a moment. They come back with the Stormhammer of Burner. And you were saying he's never presenting himself. He finally gets given on a platter by Draken. And they do get the massive kill. From this point, sadly for them, there is no Roshan. The big man's only coming in 20 seconds. But Balrog.
HFN?
They see HFN. He doesn't have BKB. Oh my gosh. Okay, Lotus Orb though. Definitely helping out. And he BKB CP's up. Whew. Aegis Cheese with an Aghanim Scepter coming in right now. King RD will find himself tanking a lot of damage. Sunstrike goes forward. They really want to take this Roche. HFN though, right-click damage out onto this Weaver. Weaver is gone without buyback for 100 seconds. Burner gets off the BKB, so will not be subject to a Requiem. However, with the BKB popped, no global silence available. That means that the Roshan is just going to be theirs for the taking.
But without, especially an Aghanim Scepter over on their Sven, that would have been so good for him to finally enable him to jump into the back lines of these team fights. But now once again, he has one shot.
Yep. Very few bites at this cherry. One shot, one opportunity. The tidal wave drag back though is good. Shadow Fiend does pop Satanic and will actually come close to losing the first life. Not just yet. Will be able to get the lifesteal off of some creeps. They're trying to force out these megas here from the side of the Wolf team, and they will be able to do it. At the same time, getting a quick kill onto the Silencer as well. Down for the count without buyback, and now they're going for the Jugular. Now they're going for the win. They are gonna do it. HFN might not have BKB, but this is the last fight. Will they be able to do this for the Balrogs? Sven doesn't have the damage alone, but will still try to make it happen. Goes in onto King RD, who gets forced off towards the fountain, but it's too little too late. Tavo jumping in. Beautiful stun out with the Centaur Conqueror Stomp. Enables them to kill Burner. Without buyback, the Sven is done. That's it. It's over. GG, well played. Kids, we're going to a game number 3.
Beefy dude, you might even want to think about a... they're gonna go Beastmaster.
Okay. I suppose this still fits into the idea of having some kind of amp for the Medusa, give her the inner beast aura for that additional attack speed. One side of the map is also 2 without having to worry about, oh god, I'm alone without Token nearby. And bottom lane, Yadomi, you were concerned about the presence of this Beastmaster, and they really vindicate these concerns, getting this early first blood here. The harder it gets with the right-click damage, the easier it is to really deal with these boars. You fear them a lot less at that point. We see Medusa though dying in the top. Oh my gosh. Alright, you were talking about it, that there is risk in this lane, but look how far up King RD went. Didn't even need Lil Shredder, just Scatter Blast underneath the tier 1 tower. They get the Medusa dead, and it doesn't look like King RD is gonna even die for this either. They wave clear, especially considering that HFN is not gonna build into the Shadow Razors, as they quickly lose this Weaver down bottom. At the same time, 40R gets the grab and the kill in the river. They have, when he gets Maelstrom eventually, as we see, he might get it off of this kill onto Sexy. Fire Snap Cookie's back, but Robo Z, first big rotation, able to burst away the Snapfire. Not only that, but with a double damage rune, gets a double kill. Certainly very happy with the first place he's gone on this map. Will not be good enough to keep him away because he has the Astral Step. Dragged him back with the Aether Remnant, but nobody nearby to fully help out. They don't have enough reveal either. And Morty's Kisses will now be flown in. Will they do enough to kill Sexy? It does seem to be the case. He throws out the Soulbind first though. Robo Z though still very low to jump that deep in without having better information. At the same time, they're chasing down King RD. The Weaver doesn't want to go in for the last right click because the Swarm Bug will do the job for him.
Kaya?
He's jumping in right now, gonna show us those offensive capabilities with the Inkswell combination out onto 40R. Not gonna be enough to get the kill just yet because of the jump in with the Solar Guardian. But at the end of the day, Spirit Vessel drop down onto the Invoker means that there's no healing coming from the Dawnbreaker. They've lost one. Tavo shows up with Rolling Thunder. Will he be able to find another target? But instead, he might become the target himself. Trying to jump back with the shield crash, but not enough protection offered. Inkswell now out onto King RD. He's gonna be chased down. easy kill. RoboZ able to get on a wicked 6 kill streak right now. Wait for an MKB or anything of the like emerging from our way. As we see a quick fight going on to HFN. He doesn't have BKB, so they're trying to force this fight before he had that defense. Spirit Vessel is out onto him from the Weaver, and it's good enough to get the kill. No more SF. Weaver dies happily to make that trade. Will be a killing spree ended. However, HFN, without a life being available, suddenly everybody else is trying to flee. RoboZ jumping forward. They get the Inkswell stun out onto King RD. Doesn't manage to find the Aether Remnant just yet. It's a little bit off the mark, so the Fire Snap Cookie might protect him. The Phantom's Embrace will be there. RoboZ might be chasing too deep here. Does have a Dissimulate. Aether Remnant gonna be good enough, so he can dissimulate to safety instead.
Absolutely incredible. The one thing that Wolf Team have going for them here, you can see here, the Invokers had a pretty decent game. And look at this damage.
These kisses do a good job. They take away the Sages. This could be quite good. There's no BKB. Requiem will come out. Solar Guardian will be there as well from Yaromi. They're closing the gap. They really want this Medusa. Will they be able to save her? No, they cannot. RoboZ though, looking for some degree of revenge or just escape. Soulbine's been out on the Invoker and the Shadow Fiend. Everybody else from Balrogs will endeavor to escape. They might catch Draken here though. Tavo, will he be able to catch up to him with the Rolling Thunder? Should be able to. First hit is on. They've got him. Sunstrike not even needed as they find the kill with Tavo's Swashbuckle. But Orchid will still serve a very viable function, at least until the BKB emerges for RoboZ. Shouldn't be too far away at this point. They're not about 800 gold, and HFN been hit with the Primal Roll. They're going in with the Stone Gaze, but Tabo interrupting all of this with the Rolling Thunder. HFN teeping out. He doesn't want to be involved in this anymore. At the same time, they managed to take out 40R. RoboZ catches down the Invoker. King RD, can he get himself out of here? No, he cannot. Loses his life as well. And RoboZ really wants Yaromi. They have vision with the Swarm Bugs. Draken has Blink Primal Roll in another 5 seconds. Soulbind is already on. Will they find something? RoboZ, his smoke will pop. Doesn't want to get involved anymore. Will decide to back a little bit. Tavo going in. Rolling Thunder. They catch out Burn Burner. Will they be able to get out the Primal Roar? Yes, they do. HFN stalled out in position. RoboZ jumping him as well as the Soulbind onto the Shadow Fiend and Pango. Both of them gonna get eviscerated. Now 40R recognizing how alone he is. Needs to flee away from this fight. Doesn't want to die back, but unfortunately can no longer render assistance as they give up the ghost. They run away. Balrog Esports will claim the Roshan.
He gave him quite a bit of farm priority. Yeah.
Okay. HFN. It's gonna tank a couple right clicks here from Burn Burner. Burn Burner can siege forever. Oh, the fourth door forward. They want the Primal Roar. They catch it onto this Shadow Fiend. Soulbind out onto the Pangolier as well. Tabo's gone. HFN's about to follow him. Silenced up before he can even trigger the Requiem. And with no lives left, no buybacks available, they can do nothing to try and help defend this. In fact, they can do nothing at all. They call it GG, well played is cleared. And Balrog Esports take game number 3. They take the series. They get their first win here in the South American DPC lower division.